We're on the road. Where transportation goes, community grows. Welcome to On the Road with the MTA. And welcome to another edition of On the Road with the MTA. I'm Jay Gibbons alongside with Stephanie K from the MTA. Man, that's awesome. Speaking of awesome, Stephanie K's awesome.
Well, so is Jay and MTA.
There we go.
I always say that when I do the presentations, MTA stands for Mass Transportation Authority, but it could also stand for Man, That's Awesome.
Yeah, that's where I learned it from. You.
I know. I kind of like, don't you? Well, I like it too. I like some things that are happening around our community. I must say, I have a neighbor who is just amazing. She's wonderful. She's beautiful inside and out. She has the cutest little dogs that will follow us as we're walking. They're behind us, like a fence, of course. Yeah. But they'll see us coming on the right-hand side. They'll run behind the house to the left-hand side so they can see us as we're walking past.
Oh, dogs
They're just
are so cute.
I know. She always has like a cookout on Sundays with the church group, and it smells so good.
Okay. That's where I'm smelling when I'm driving. Okay, all right.
But more than that, she is the executive director for Explore Flint and Genesee County. And Jay, we've had her on before. You won't believe all the free things that's offered here in our community. But Amari's going to tell us about it. Amari Stewart, thank you for joining us today.
Oh, yes. Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate being here always.
Well, I know you're busy. I tried to get you on a couple different times. And you have a secretary, I guess, because she'll say, oh, she's busy that day. Can we do it later? It's like whenever you're able. We'd always love to have you. And you have such energy. We love your spirit.
There's so much happening in Genesee County. So unless I'm able to divide myself in half or clone myself, it's hard for me to commit.
I know. You're so busy and just always so pleasant when you're doing things too. So tell us what we can expect as a resident of Genesee County. What all is going on with Explore Flint and Genesee County?
Yeah, so right now our team is full speed ahead with planning for Be a Tourist in your hometown, which is kicking off during National Travel and Tourism Week. So it's an opportunity for us to not only promote the benefits of what tourism means to our community and their visitor spending, but also to just celebrate our community and the residents and all the reasons why our community is such a great place to visit, to work, and to live. And thanks to our partners with MTA providing our transportation, they've been a long-standing community partner with us when it comes to hosting this event and making sure our residents have easy, accessible transportation, not only just for this event, but for our community as well. And so this gives us the opportunity to highlight just all of the greater Flint area and our attractions and with our community residents, all for free this year. So last year, it was a small nominal fee of $1 to attend, but this year we'll be hosting all of our tours for free. And so we're super excited about that. It's May 10th. And it's happening the weekend of Mother's Day. So hopefully we get beautiful weather like today. And it might be something for our friends to do with their mothers or visitors to come back and just explore and have some time with their family and friends for the weekend.
Well, tell us what they can expect if they say, gosh, it's free, I want to try it. What can they expect? Where do they pick up the bus? Like, where do they, I think it's a trolley.
So
go ahead.
We can meet right downtown Flint, either at Brush Park, so right by the Flint sign where the Capitol Theater is located. We'll be gathering there, or another registration location is the Sloan Museum. And so we're excited to have that as a new location spot where visitors can come or residents can come and park there, get their wristband, and then hop on a bus of their choosing of what route they want to choose. So there'll be arts and culture. We even have some new walking tours that talks about our history of the area. And some of those locations, you'll get like a behind the scenes tour of the facility. And that's really what's unique about this event. It brings you an exclusive access, not only to the venue, but why that venue is so important to our community. I even learned about Paul's Pipe Shop, which is right downtown Flint. They've been in business, a family-owned business, for over 90 years, and they actually have a museum inside of their facility. And so they're actually going to be on the tour this year. And so I'm excited to be able to showcase some of the new or new and existing venues that are in our community. Of course, there's, like I mentioned, the Sloan's Museum. There's Totem Bookstore, which has a very new it's the only vegan restaurant on the in Genesee County. And that's located inside of Totem Bookstore. So we're excited to be able to add a little healthy food flavor to our tour options during this time as well. And then, of course, a fan favorite is the Kettering University GM Mobility Research Center. So that test test track where they're testing those autonomous vehicles, right? The way of the future. There's some exclusive site tours that are happening, and then some new development that's happened at the YWCA. We're taking exclusive tours there. And another thing that I know our residents are so excited to see, and this is along a normal stop for MTA, is Burston Fieldhouse and their new multi-million-dollar renovation. They will also be hosting tours of the new facility and talking a little bit about what it means to our community. But that's on a normal route for MTA, but we're going to highlight that specific venue during Be a Tourist, just to showcase the importance of that facility in our community.
Well, I'm going to put May 10th on our calendars because I think that's a really important date to have that whole tour, the behind the scenes. Everything sounds much fun. What times can they expect that to start and be over?
It starts at 10 o'clock. Our event ends at 4, but the touring of Genesee County doesn't have to stop there. So our event is from 10 to 4 to have, the tours, the walking tours. Please visit our website to get a full list of attractions. We will be posting the bus routes pretty soon, or at least the stops pretty soon here. So stay tuned for that. But most all of the confirmed locations, we have over 20 confirmed locations so far on our website at exploreflintgenesee.org. Just click the Be a Tourist link. It'll take you right there. But from 10 to 4 is when the event will happen. But there's so much more happening in Genesee County pre and post that event as well. Happening in the flat lot that day. There's some unique experiences. And I do believe there's a show at the Capitol Theater that evening as well. So we invite all the residents to just come meet us downtown, get your wristband, do a tour of the community. It shows community pride. We actually already have close to 200 people registered already. So we know the excitement is boiling up to accommodate everyone. Yeah, it's fantastic. We're so excited.
It's very nice. How can you afford to do that for free? I mean, I can see $1 is no big deal. Like $1 couldn't pay for it either. But now that you're doing it for free, how do you get the funding for all this?
It's really our community partners. They have donated their time, their talent. Cause some of these venues aren't even open on Saturdays or don't have the working hours for this. And so they really understand this is an opportunity for us to showcase our community pride. And so besides there is not really a financial burden for us to be able to showcase what makes our community. You couldn't even put a price on it, honestly. And so we really appreciate these venues dedicating their time, opening up their doors so that we can showcase our community assets to our residents and give them something to be proud of and tell their family and their friends to come back and visit us. And so, yes. And then most importantly, transportation can be a barrier in our community. And so that's why we really rely on MTA to be able to bus all these people at one time to these different various locations and in an easily and accessible way as well. And then not only that, but promoting our transportation system to let the community know, hey, you can get to these venues very easily by using this transportation system, and the kids love it.
That is so true. I know the trolleys, everyone's favorites. They always love the trolleys when they're out there, but some people might think,
yes,
hey, I've never ridden a bus. I don't know how to do it. Well, we have a travel training, which is free. We'll show you how to ride it, but this will give them an opportunity to see what it feels like, where they can pick it up, where they can get off. So we appreciate you doing that as well, because like you said, sometimes transportation is the biggest obstacle for any kind of an organization, trying to get kids back and forth to maybe Sloan Museum or someplace like that. And so I know you guys do so much. Are you also part of during the summer, I know they had like a kayaking opportunity for like $10, and you went down the Flint River, and it just looks so beautiful. You feel like you're in Colorado or someplace. Is that part of your group as well?
That is not part of our operation because we don't, trust me, you don't want me teaching a kayaking. However, it is a part of our promotion strategy to promote all the things, because they do a lot of education on that kayaking trip as well to combat against the negative connotation about the Flint water crisis. Right. And so we love to be able to promote that as an edutaur, right? So you're getting education and a tour, but it's the most beautiful thing, and it changes the perception of our region. And so that's where our Parks and Rec system, Keep Genesee County Beautiful, and the Flint River Watershed Coalition, they do a wonderful job. So I do not want to take any credit for that, because they do a wonderful job in making sure that education is being put out there, but also promoting and marketing our parks and trail systems as well. So that's a great thing to get out with your family. You can even rent your kayaks with them as well. But it's a great opportunity to learn a little bit about our community, and in a nature way.
Well, it was something that we took part of because they asked MTA to provide the transportation, in which we did. And we went behind the distillery over there, and it was just interesting. They had the kayaks right there for you. It was only like $10 too, Jay. You would have loved it. They put the kayaks in for you, and it felt like you were in Colorado. It felt so clean and beautiful. And they stopped and do like a little yoga, a little meditation. Then we saw a beaver building like a little dam. We saw a eagle come through. I mean, there was like you said, Amari, it was such a great education and just a very relaxing day, and I had no idea how beautiful the Flint River could be.
Absolutely, and we're staying tuned for that state park that's coming pretty soon by Chevy Commons, and just to add some more walkability, some nature tours. We're so excited about the new development that's coming down the pipeline for Genesee County. This is really a year of resurgence for us. So we're super excited to be able to get our residents out and restore that community pride.
Well, we thank you for all you do because you're making our community so much more enjoyable and fun and, like you said, a learning experience. And there's so much to look forward to do. Is there a way that we can find a brochure or a website or a Facebook page for you?
Absolutely. You can search us on all social media channels by exploreflintandgenesee.org. Explore Flint and Genesee on all social media, and on the website exploreflintandgenesee.org. You can sign up to get our newsletter, which we print every month, of different things to do in the area, and it's all over the county that we promote different restaurants, attractions, venues or events that are happening in the area. So please visit us on exploreflintandgenesee.org, sign up for that newsletter, or just check us out on our social media platforms at exploreflintandgenesee.org. Explore Flint and Genesee. So many fun activities. On Fridays, we post 5 things to do for the weekend. So if you click like and maybe share some of those activities as well, so we can get the word out of all the great things there is to do in Genesee County.
Oh, I will do that. You know I can share that a lot. So it's exploreflintandgenesee.org. That's the website that I can go to and get that. Okay, I'll definitely do it. And then I can share it to like maybe Facebook and Twitter and those areas.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. Or visit us on Facebook at Explore Flint and Genesee and follow us there.
I'm going to do that as soon as I get off the podcast because I think that's very interesting.
Well, thank you guys. And thank you for being such a great partner in the community. We couldn't do it without you.
Well, we're so grateful you're there. They're lucky to have you, Amari. You really do have the knowledge and the passion for it. So, yeah, we're so grateful that you moved to this area. Because did you come from someplace else? Were you always here in this area?
So born and raised in Genesee County. I don't even want to tell you where my career took me. It's to a state that we don't say here in Michigan. but I did move back to hometown back in 2013 and have been in the hospitality and tourism industry ever since. So,
we are so glad you came back home because we need you here. So thank you for that.
Thank you. Have a good day, guys.
You too. And thanks for being on and thanks for listening. We do this every single week. It's called On the Road with the MTA. We try to bring you things that are so beneficial in the community, just like this we had today. If you want to be a guest, how can I get on?
Just drop us an email at podcast@mtaflint.org.
And listen every week.
You've been listening to On the Road with the MTA. For more information on our services and community outreach, visit us online anytime at www.mtaflint.org. And be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. The MTA, your community, your connection, your way.